Hi there, students. Estate. An estate. So an estate is a large area of land that belongs to a country house. That it's a house that belongs to a big family. And a big important family. So the Duke of Buckingham lives in this house, and it has an enormous estate. Okay, the estate, normally you have an area for growing animals, for raising animals, you have an area for crops, you have other areas for hunting. So it's a typical country estate with a huge house for the owner, and then farm buildings and estate workers' cottages. So the estate, the lord of the manor house has an estate, a large area of land. Estate. When you die, then everything you have, everything you own when you die, is your estate. So I'm going to leave my whole estate to my daughter. Okay, so your estate, the money that is everything that you have when you die. Okay, so the estate. Then a housing estate. This is a group of houses that were normally built together more or less at the same time. So he grew up on a large housing estate in Newcastle. And then you can have an industrial estate as well. And normally this is built, or it's planned. It's developed in a planned way. We're going to put the industry here, and we're going to put the houses here. So there's going to be a housing estate here and an industrial estate here. I think in the 1960s and the early 70s, they built lots of housing estates with great big tower blocks, and well, these have become a bit of a problem today. These are large housing estates. Now, the American word, a station wagon, an estate car. This is a car where there's lots of space at the back for you to load. There's a door that you lift up and you can load things into it. The Americans call this a station wagon, but in British it's an estate. So a Volvo estate. Yes, an estate car. And let's see, the holy estate of marriage. This is a very formal, very old-fashioned thing. The estate of being. But let's see. An estate, a large house with a large amount of land. So the house and the estate includes a large amount of forest and river. How many acres are there in the estate? With the income from the estate, if you own the house, then you are rich. There is a wood on the northern side of the estate. She will inherit her grandmother's estate when she reaches the age of 21. And then a housing estate, an industrial estate, a group of factories, a group of houses, and then an estate car, a Ford Escort estate. Okay, so this is the idea of an estate, a large landed property with considerable size. Or in law, all of your real and personal property, normally when you die, and you will leave your estate to someone else. Okay, and then an estate, a car, an estate car, an industrial estate. An estate of the realm. We actually have the fourth estate or the fifth estate, the press. Okay, but estate, property and possessions. So an extensive area belonging to a house, normally owned by one person, one family, one organisation. Or I live on a housing estate in the east of London. an area of land with modern buildings for residential purposes, or an industrial estate for for building for industry. Okay, a tea estate, a coffee estate. This is a large plantation, a large farm, or a vineyard as well. I'm thinking estate bottled wine. It's bottled on the estate where all of the wine is grown. All the money and property of somebody, especially after death. And then an estate car. Okay, so think about it. A real estate agent is a property agent, somebody who deals in real estate, an estate agent. And you would have to pay estate duty when somebody dies, perhaps. The owner of an estate. So estate, property, land, assets, inheritance. Okay, the estate passed to his eldest son. Okay, so estate. I'm going to give this word, I think, five informality. Use absolutely anywhere. And then as to origin, it comes from Anglo-Norman, estat. We've got this French word état today, the state, or state, from Latin, status, meaning state or status. So, estate.